Alrighty, hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I go by the YouTube handle Cryptic Lovecraft. I really need to change the name though. It seemed cool at the time. I think I need to change it to something else. Anyway, so this is going to be a very different video from what I'm used to. I'm in another state visiting some family, and while I was here, I decided to hit up some used bookstores or some bookstores and some thrift shops, what have you. And I was looking for a particular author, someone from my childhood who I still enjoy reading to this day, but someone whose works I haven't completed reading yet. And that author is Christopher Pike. With that being said, I actually brought a Christopher Pike book with me. I read it on the flight. The book is called Whisper of Death. I actually just finished it today. It was really great, really great. I would do a review on it, but someone else already did, and I think they did a very good job. I don't think I need to throw another one out on the market. But I managed to find some others, and so I just want to show off my book haul. Alright, so the first one is this one called Final Friends. I never read this series. I'm going to have to do something, though. I'm going to have to glue that spine back in place. Before I get into the Christopher Pike haul, I did find one R.L. Stine, and it's The Babysitter Part 3. Now I need to hunt down the first two. Let's see. This one I'd never even heard of by Christopher Pike, which I found strange, and it's called Strange Girl, no pun intended. I find it strange that I haven't heard of it. But, yeah, maybe this will be the one I read next, I'm not sure, but that was interesting. And I got most of these books from one location. Then there's this one, The Wicked Heart. I may or may not already own it, I'm not sure, but just to be on the safe side, I decided to pick it up. And at the same store, I also found this one, Scavenger Hunt, and I'm about 90% certain that I already own it, but I haven't read it, and just because there was that 10% uncertainty, I decided to go ahead and pick it up anyway. So I do not, I think I have like one or two of this series, but I don't have all of them, and I found them all in one giant book, so I decided to pick that up as well. And lastly, this book, Until the End, and I'm not really sure what this one's about. I have a feeling that it's probably a compilation of, maybe it's the Final Friends series. Let's see. Yeah, that's the Final Friends series. I would still like to get the individual paperbacks, though, just for the collection. Yeah, so I found all these books at one store, and I bought them all up. So some random guy from another state came out to this town in another state that most people have never heard of, and they had these in stock on their shelves, and I just came and cleaned them out. I got them for a good deal too. I got them for a better deal than I probably would have been able to find on eBay, so I was really happy. Yeah, so that's my book haul. I can't wait to read. At first I suspected that I would probably read Strange Girl, but I think I might actually do Until the End, which I believe is the, what did I say? Oh, it's the Final Friends trilogy. Yeah. So I think I'm actually going to do this one next, Until the End, because it's Final Friends. But yeah, that's it. That's my book haul. I'll check it out. I know that there's another YouTube channel called The Pike Cast, which I think is really cool that Christopher Pike has some devoted fans who were willing to start a podcast around his works. I mean, I think that's awesome. You know, Anne Rice just passed away, and I really believe that Christopher Pike and Anne Rice are probably tied as my number, excuse me, sorry. I really believe that Anne Rice and Christopher Pike are tied as my #1 favorite book author. Okay, my voice is getting kind of raspy. Sorry about that. But yeah, so rest in peace to Anne Rice. And I just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, I was really, really happy to find these Christopher Pike books. I read a lot of his work, as a child, and it made me very happy. Um, and I still enjoy his work to this day, but I haven't read everything. Shame on me. But I'll make up for that. I do think that and this will be my final thought before the video ends. With Whisper of Death, I remember when I was like in 3rd grade, I rented it from the public library, and my parents were a little concerned. They thought it would be too mature for me, and I remember attempting to read it, and it was too mature for me. It was beyond my reading level at the time. And in middle school, in high school also, I read some of his other works. Some of it was below my reading level, some of it was perfect for my reading level at the time. Um, I'm really glad I waited till I was well into my adulthood to read this book, because even though it was advertised to like teenagers and young adults, I do feel like this was a book best suited for mature audiences. Some of the subject matter was very controversial. I would not recommend it for children. I would even be reluctant to recommend it for teenagers. I would say adults, young or middle-aged or elderly, but adults. Um, but yeah, I mean, he's a really great author. And since this is my first video about him, I'm going to close with this. I think that Christopher Pike was arguably R.L. Stine's biggest competitor in the children's and the young adults market for horror fiction in the 90s and perhaps early 2000s. And I don't want to, put R.L. Stine down to build Christopher Pike up. That's not what I intend to do here, and I hope I don't do that, and I hope it doesn't come across that way. But one thing that I'll say about Christopher Pike was that he was able to offer a compelling plot that would entice young readers into devoting their time to reading his books instead of reading someone else's books or doing some other activity other than reading. But not only could he tell a really compelling story, he's a very deep and insightful thinker, and he was able to offer deep insight into his writing. And I really feel like I learned a lot from him. Even the Spooksville books, which were for children, I remember him talking about the Pleiades and the star system, the Pleiades, and how the 7th star in that system, Electra, was named after a Greek goddess, and it couldn't be seen by the naked eye. And that was really educational, and I thought it was cool, and I was able to remember it, and I was also able to impress somebody with my knowledge of that later in life, someone who owned a telescope. So yeah, I was just really thrilled to have found, a pretty hefty amount of his works at this used bookstore, and I can't wait to sink my teeth into them. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and please, if you watch this video, let me know what your favorite book from him or what your favorite books from him are in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Horns up. Peace out.